I will be playing this in front of the whole class lol okay. I was talking to some friends from undergrad and this story from my freshman year came up again, having recently stumbled upon this subreddit, from our stories about Kevin. Weirdly, I think this might belong. Second semester of my freshman year, I was taking a music theory course. The professor was very serious about her job and this class was a bit of a weed out class for students who wanted to pursue music education. I was taking it for fun. By the time the end of the semester rolled around, I got the feeling she didn't really like me much because I didn't pay attention in class but still got A's on the homework exams playing tests. I'd played piano for a decade by this point, so she couldn't really punish me for anything since I wasn't disrupting the class. It was just a thorn in her side through lack of participation. Thank God that wasn't part of our grade. Our final project was to find a poem we liked and craft a song using the poem as the lyrics. As she passes out the requirement sheet, she announced that she would be playing these for the class, so we need to put an effort so that we don't feel embarrassed by what she plays in front of everyone, about 30 people. She shoots a glance at me, the least involved student, as she says that, which I took as a challenge. I found a poem called A Minor Bird and decided to craft my masterpiece in the key of E flat minor. The reasoning: 6 of the 7 notes are lowered a half step. So it's not a matter of thinking everything I see is lowered, it's everything but one note is lowered, which is fairly hard to keep track of while sight reading something that utilizes both hands on the piano. We were to hand them in at the beginning of class and she would go through the stack and play them, without practicing first. It's a freshman level class. How hard could it be? I spent weeks working on this because I wanted to make sure it was both well written and an absolute bitch to play. I had upperclassmen take a look at it to make sure everything was labeled correctly, and they told me I was the most magnificent bastard ever because this prof had irked most of the students in the department who had taken her class. Then the day comes. We all turn our papers in, and I'm visibly excited by everything. The prof comes in and goes full Dolores Umbridge. I certainly hope everyone met the requirements and put care into their work. If not, we'll soon find out. Goes to the piano and pulls the first paper off of the stack and makes some comments about it that aren't negative but are a bit goading regarding the amount of effort it seemed to take to write it. She, apparently, pulls mine up about 2/3 of the way, sits down to play it, and stops at the first chord. She looks around, makes eye contact with me and straight up glares before regaining her composure and plunking through my piece. There's several chords that make a nice crunch before she corrects herself. That damn not flat note tripped her up every time, and it sounds like whoever wrote this piece did a shit job because of how it sounded. At the end, the meek international student, who has perfect pitch, raises her hand and goes, "Excuse me, doctor. Music instructor, that piece just played. It has 6 flats in the key." "Yes, prof. Yes, it did." I didn't quite expect that, student. "You didn't play all 6 flats, it didn't sound." Prof turns, glares at me, and goes, No, I did not." Got a 97% because she marked a chord label incorrect. Went back in and showed her that she missed the not flat note in the chord, and that it was actually labeled correctly. Got it changed to a 100%. TL. Dr. Music Professor threatened to play our pieces in front of us so we would work harder on it. I wrote something she couldn't play. Honestly, good on her for grading you fairly. I know too many teachers that would fuck you and then make up some bullshit just to be spiteful.